I bought this gaming PC from Amazon, and in this long overdue video we are going to see what this product was marketed as versus what I got, the gaming benchmarks, and if I were to build this PC myself, would it cost the same? Also, my knowledge in this area is probably worse than the Verge PC guy. So this isn't an expert analysis, neither it is an exposed video. This is simply I bought this thing and I'm talking about it. So let's begin right after a word from our sponsor, Glasswire. Just kidding guys, the sponsor is my bank account.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
I bought this PC for 85,000 rupees or $1,150, including the delivery fees, at the Amazon Prime sale in August this year. The seller is a system integrator called Electrobot. The specs are Ryzen 5 3600 processor with stock cooler, RTX 2060 Super graphic card, 16GB 3000 MHz RAM, AMD B450M motherboard, a 650 watt power supply, for storage 240GB SSD and 1TB hard drive. So this is a screenshot of the entire Amazon page. I took it after 2-3 weeks of buying the PC because I wanted to make this video. Here you can see that I have purchased the PC on 6th August, and the only thing they have changed is the case. All the other specs are the same. The main problem with buying this PC is that you're entering a lottery. You don't know what parts you will get because the description is very vague. It says the motherboard is B40, but doesn't tell which brand or model it is. The motherboard I got was Gigabyte B450MH, a lower end micro ATX motherboard, which is fine as it is okay to save money on the motherboard as long as it covers the basics. There is no inbuilt Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, which is alright. The seller has provided a decent Wi-Fi adapter, so that's covered. The only thing I am bummed about is there are 2 slots of RAM instead of 4. For the RAM they said it is 16GB but didn't mention it will only be a single stick. So no dual channel, no increased bandwidth, which sucks. Maybe the logic was that there are only 2 slots of RAM available, so for upgradability later on you will use the second slot. But for gaming you don't need more than 16GB of RAM. This is the system requirement for Cyberpunk 2077, the most anticipated game of this year, and even for ultra ray tracing on 4K resolution, it only requires 16GB. They also didn't mention the GPU model. All we know is that it's powerful. Spoiler alert, it's Zotac RTX 2060 Super Mini, which is definitely a little cheaper than its brothers, but it's a decent GPU. The power supply was supposed to be a 550 watt Corsair unit, but I got a 650 watt Thermaltake one, which is good for me I guess, but like I said, it's a lottery. Whatever parts they have lying around, they just put those in. Now get that at different times, different models will be available to the seller, but if you can't update the product page regularly, at least you should be a little bit more transparent. Instead of 16, say 16:1, so we know that there's only a single stick of RAM. Instead of B450, say B450M, so we know that it is a micro ATX motherboard. It is smaller in size, so it could have less PCIe or RAM slots. Although at least for the motherboard, it will be better if you update the model regularly. Apart from all this vagueness, everything else is alright. The cable management is clean, at least from the front. I like the case also, it doesn't scream RGB. It's an Aerocool case, any one of these 2 models, I'm not sure. I wish it had a mesh for ventilation on the front instead of these small holes on the sides, but it's okay. Yes, on heavy gaming it does get hot and act as an heater, which we'll see shortly. Another plus point is that it has 2 years of warranty. Although it doesn't state what it covers, I'll probably never use it because they don't have a center in my city, but a warranty is always good. By far the best thing was delivery and packaging. Remember that it was peak pandemic in my city and it only took Amazon 5 days to deliver this PC compared to when I bought this thermal paste from Prime ABGB via FedEx, which took about 30 days. Although Amazon managed to somehow wet the outer cardboard box, the PC wasn't wet or damaged because of the excellent packaging thanks to the seller. Just a heads up, the games are recorded in 1366 x 768 resolution as I have a 10-year-old monitor. You can tell it's old because it is made by SCL, which stopped manufacturing hardware in 2013. Apart from this, every game is on maximum graphics settings. so you can get an idea of what this thing can do.
Revealing area.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Gone.
Blocking sight.
Reloading.
Reload. Feeling sight.
No more.
One enemy remaining. Shocks and radiation.
All right. All right. Fine.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
I made this cost sheet right after the purchase, and I've taken the lowest cost I could find for each part on all these online stores. Maybe offline you can find these cheaper, but these were the lowest prices online at the time. The total came about 83,000 rupees without adding any delivery fees, and I got this PC for 85,000 rupees with the delivery fees. For a difference of 2,000 rupees, they have completely built the system and also provided a Wi-Fi adapter. So the pricing is correct, but this doesn't make sense because there's no profit for the seller. It could be that they bought in large quantities on lower bulk price, and also they intended to sell each PC for 95,000. 85,000 was the discounted price for the sale. Or this could be a money laundering company.
You stupid.
The compromises made on this system are actually very common. System integrators around the globe do this. YouTubers like BitBit, David Does Tech Stuff, and Linus Tech Tips have made multiple videos on pre-built PCs which also have similar issues. Linus has a series called Secret Shopper, which I highly recommend everyone to watch who are looking to buy pre-built PCs. If you do want the most cost-effective PC, it is said to build your own, but that isn't realistic for many people. But what many people can do is do their own research, find someone who will build the PC for a fixed price, and buy the parts themselves offline or online. In fact, there are two great subreddits that I would like to mention. First is Build a PC subreddit, where after doing your research and building a list on PC Part Picker, you can share the list with your budget and ask for suggestions on where you can improve, what you should remove and add to the list. Second is the Indian gaming subreddit, which is specific to India for everything gaming. You can find many helpful posts there, like which online parts store provide the best or worst services. This is all. I covered this topic as honestly as I can, but you can call me out in the comments if you think I was unfair on any part. A like and subscription will be very much appreciated, and I'll see you next time.